Good morning, friends. Welcome to Phoenix Trading. So this will be a very short video today because I will be sharing my few new entries in the market. So though market was very negative biased yesterday, but our Indian market is into different territory. And as I'm tracking the all over the broader market charts, I can't find any negativeness yet because there are no panic selling happening in the broader market. Yes, Nifty gap down yesterday, but the low of yesterday hasn't taken off, and our market closed in green. The main reason because for this is you can find I have already marked this support zones from many days, right? It was earlier a resistance market broken down from this level, again try to retest this level, and this blue line is a 50-day moving average. Okay, so market took resistance for this 50-day moving average and then crossed in July, and this 50-day moving average will act as a support now. Plus this zone earlier resistance will act as a support. So Nifty has a multiple supports now, right? So this entire zone of 17,250 and 16,650, right? So this, I guess, 300 point and this 500 point zone will be act as a support, and market can go in a consolidation mode in this zone, right? And if the if I'm talking about resistance, then this trend line will act as a resistance for a market. That level will be 17,440. So short-term trader who are trading in Nifty, they should be consider 17,440 will be the resistance. And if this resistance, if the market started to settling over this level, right, then again we might face new high for the Nifty, right? So for me, gaining or closing over 17,440 again will be the positive. And if market couldn't close above this level today or in this week, then this level will act as a resistance for a shorter period of time. Okay, and support, all these supports are there. 17,000 big support, psychological number also, then 16,500 will be the support. So market might create a range here. That will be one possibility. But the rally in the mid cap and small cap are tremendous. I can see a huge volume entering in the mid cap and small cap quality segment. So I have shortlisted few stocks today and I have entered in this stock. The first stock is Prakash Industries. So this stock has been consolidating since June. Yesterday it gives a good breakout. Okay, and 50-day moving average also there to support it. So my stop loss will be the low of the yesterday's candle. The stop loss will be very low, almost about 50 or 48 rupees will be my stop loss. My entry point will be, I will wait for an entry. Okay, if I get entry around 55, it will be good for me. So I will wait for some pullback. I haven't entered yet in this stock. I will try to enter today. So I will wait for 55 rupees. I will enter here just for like 5 to 6, 7 rupees stop loss, and my target will be 62 and 73 rupees in this stock, right? So this stock is like good looking structure here. The stocks closing and high are above June level now, right? So this is a good, and volume I can see here also volume already entered and stock again corrected, putting out the weak players from this entry. And yes, now the structure is looking good. Second stock is Vaibhav Global. Here also the same structure like Prakash Industries, volume enter few days back and again it gives a negative move to checken out the investors, right? And now it has created a good rounding bottom pattern. Okay, and yesterday it ran about 8%, correct? So this candle, if you see this candle, if you see all these candles are high volume candle, and when stock is getting down, I couldn't see any selling volume here. So that is a good indication of accumulation. Big players are accumulating in this zone of 335, 300, 400. See, this was all the good zone for it. And if you see this stock is failed from which level. Those are very high levels, right? The high of this stock is 1040. So you can see the potential upside from here. It's almost how many percent? 250% upside. Still high is there, correct? So even if see the risk in this stock, okay, I will mark a risk also here. So this consolidation zone's end will be my my SL, that will be my stop loss, and my entry point will be, I already entered in this stock. I have given this in my paid. That will be a 26 318 rupees entry, and yes. So you have a risk of almost 10%. 11% will be your risk, but if I take a 1.3 ratio, I'm not thinking from the perspective of investing. Even if I took a 1.3 risk reward ratio in this stock, and even if stock go about 420 430 rupees, then also it's a good risk reward trade for me, right? I'm not eyeing the big targets over here, as the market are very violent nowadays. So still there is a good chance of you earning 30% return in this stock. So this is my second stock. Fourth stock is Apollo Microsystem. I will be going on a weekly time frame for this stock, because stock has been in consolidation since many weeks, or we can say many years. Since June 2020, the stock has been in a very tight range. Plus, in December 21, the stock, like someone has entered with a big quantity over here, and again stock went in a tight range. And this week, the stock's closing, that is a 150 closing, is way higher than last many weeks closing. So again, I can find a good opportunity here, right? So here we can see a rounding bottom pattern. This is a all rounding bottom pattern. And if stock clear this level, correct? If stock clear this level, then we can see at least this kind of targets, 200, 220 and 240. And my risk is almost negligible, right? So I am here also, I am eyeing for a 1:3 risk reward ratio. I am putting my stop loss here. That will be around 20% will be my stop loss, and my target will be this range. So what will be my target? I am calculating this range now. So this range will be my stop loss target. So I am putting this all range here. So it coming how much? 260 rupees, right? So I am marking this level also. So if I put everything as a conclusion, I am taking this narrow range, or the lower end of this range, that will be 30%. Okay, 30%. If you are seeing a very what I can say, that is a longer stop loss or a huge percent, like 30% drawdown, then lower your quantity, right? Simple. It's not that you just have to enter in swing trade with a stop loss of 10 or 15%. You can take, if you are finding a good opportunity in any stock, then you can lower your quantity, because though you have a risk of 30% drawdown, but if opportunity wise, if I calculate, 70% gain is visible, right? So your risk reward is about 2. Then it's good to enter. You can lower your quantity. If you have a risk appetite of 3,000, let's say, right? 3,000 rupees you can lose on any trade, on a swing trade, and the stop loss is 30. Okay, so you can take almost 50-60 shares, correct? It's all on your risk appetite. No, don't focus on the losing or a drawdown or a stop loss amount, right? It's very easy. So this was the next trade, and fourth one for the last trade today is a GTPL. GTPL also forming, GTPL also trading at its 2017 kind of structure price level. So we will just see if any fundamental revenue or something is there for GTPL. Chart wise is looking good. So GTPL is trading at a very cheap level. It's just a 9 PE ratio, correct? Book value is 91 and it is trading on 167. Not a big deal. Dividend is in 2%. Face value is good, 10 rupees. Look at ROC and ROE. It's about 25%. It's really good, right? I will just quickly go to the sales. Okay. So in 2017, the sales was 908 crores, and till date, till this year, the sales has risen up to 2,443 rupees. The sales is good, right? Reserves, 2017, the reserve was 289, 290 crores. Now it's almost 1,000 crores. It's like huge. Borrowing, 546 crores was borrowing. Now it's just 124. It's just what I can say, a uh, shallow look at the balance sheet. I'm not going in a depth, but what I can see, the numbers are really good, right? The FII has a good amount of investment. Promoters are good, 75%. Public also, I can see a big player into it, right? So stock wise, the available price is of 2000, like 5 years ago price you have getting right now, this zone, right? And target is around this. So for investment also, this is a good looking share. The stop loss is must, right? So I will mark a stop loss also on a daily basis. So let's say the latest swing lows, I can tell these swing lows are here. So let's check out. And the structure, if you see, I can see a inverted head and shoulder structure is forming here. So this trend line is important. Those who want to be safe can enter after the breakout of this trend line. Just watch over this trend line, right? So the high of last few days, or let's say the high of this candle, can be your entry point. Like that is a 184 rupees, correct? So I have already entered into this share with a very low risk reward setup. If I open long position today, right? So this level will be 13% will be my stop loss, and I am eyeing for at least 1:2 or 1:3 risk reward ratio. So 1:2 risk reward ratio is perfectly matching with this resistance over here, like this resistance over here. So you will get a good opportunity. If I try to do a 1:3 here, then also it's matching with this resistance. So overall, this 4 swing trade is looking good for me, and I have shown you the stop losses also. And this is just for a study purpose. I am not giving any suggestions that you should buy this share or not buy this share. If you want to invest, just follow your financial advisor's advice and stay trade safe. Thank you.